This is Richard at VERITAS by Bajarican. Psalm 33, verses 20 to 22 states, "We wait and hope for the Lord. He is our help and our shield. In him our hearts rejoice, for we trust in his holy name. May your unfailing love be with us, Lord, even as we put our hope in you." And in the New Testament, Mark chapter 12, verses 29 through 31 says, "The most important one," answered Jesus, "is this. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. Love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind and with all your strength. The second is this. Love your neighbor as yourself. There is no commandment greater than these." You know, the question was asked, who is my neighbor? Look around you. Anybody who is within eyesight of you is your neighbor. Doesn't mean it's somebody you work next to, somebody you live next door to. It's people we come into contact with every day. How do you treat them? Do you stand in the gap for them? When you see somebody who appears to be hurting, do you stop, take a moment, lift up a prayer, "Lord, help them"? You drive by an accident. You can tell somebody is injured, whether it's severe or minor. Do you take a moment and say, "Lord, help them, meet their needs"? How about people you call your friend? You get a text, you get an email, you get a social media posting. Someone's sick, someone's in the hospital. Again, do you stand in the gap for your neighbor? We seem to be living in a society now where my neighbor is only the people that live in my house if I like them. If I'm mad at them, I'm not going to stand in the gap for them. Certainly I'm not going to stand in the gap for people I work with. They're just my coworkers, or they work in another department. I think it's sad that we've come to a point in time in our society where we care so little about other people. Additionally, we hate so many more people than we used to. Before, we used to use terms like, "I disagree with." "I don't believe that way." "I wouldn't do that." Now it's, "Oh, he drives that kind of car? Obviously, he's that." Or, "Wow, look at that car. So beat down and run down. Obviously, there's some poor slob." We hear our politicians saying that, denigrating working people, casting out millionaires and billionaires as if their money makes them evil. You know what? I look at it this way. If you hurt me, you and I will have some words because you hurt me. If you hurt a family member of mine, you and I will have some words because you hurt a family member of mine. But I'm not going to hate you. We recently had a court case in Florida in which someone killed a woman's child. And it was the second time in a short period of time in which I've seen a family member, the person suffering because of the loss of a loved one, say to the person who caused that death, "I forgive you." Those are powerful words. That person, if anybody, had a reason to hate, but they chose to stand in the gap. They chose a higher calling. They chose to love somebody that society says they would agree and support them if they hated them, but they didn't. And society did not rally around them. They were actually surprised. Next time you want to say, "I hate that person," check yourself. Why is it you want to hate them? They took your parking space? They didn't give you a discount you felt you were entitled to? Or do you hate them because their political views, their religious views, or their personal views are different than yours. I hope you don't say you're inclusive, you're open-hearted, you welcome the world. Because if you hate somebody, you are not inclusive. You are not open-hearted. This is Richard from Bajarican. VERITAS is truth. And when Bajarican gives you truth, it's not because I want you to believe me. I just want you to think about it. Be blessed.